B, what are you currently watching on Netflix?
Oh my gosh, I just finished You, and it was amazing. I binged that. Like, I sat from everybody was on season 1, and I didn't even think about it until season 2 came, and everyone was amped, and I watched season 1 to 2 in 2 days.
Oh my gosh.
And I got kids.
My next question was going to be, how many episodes did you watch? But you're like, I watched 2 seasons in 2 days. Girl, you got a problem.
I might have a problem.
You might have a problem.
Just a little bit.
I got that dish. I got that. I got that dish. 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 I got that dish. I got that dish.
Hey y'all, it's Onika.
And it's your girl B.
And you are dishing with Dainty Dish. How you doing today, B?
I'm okay, you know. Traffic was crazy today. Like, oh my gosh. People don't know how to drive after a snowstorm.
No, that's true.
It's ridiculous.
You think they know living in Canada?
So long, right?
Yeah.
Or, you know, people might not be living here that long. Who am I to assume? But how about you? How are you doing?
I'm doing good. Had work today. It was a good day at work. I had my therapy session last week over the phone because I'm kind of feeling the seasonal affective right now.
Are you having Blue Monday?
I'm having maybe a Blue Monday or just a blue month altogether.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've just been feeling a little low energy wise, but a lot of positive things are happening in my life, and I'm grateful for that. And hopefully the energy picks up sometime before spring.
You say great things. I'm going to share with people because if they didn't hear it on the radio, they're going to hear it now. So I won Daddy the other day. On Flow. I won Daddy. It was amazing. I've never won
Explain to us what Daddy is for the people in Spain listening.
Okay, so we have our radio station in Toronto, Flow 93.5, and we have this game that happens in the afternoon around the time that I pick up my daughter. It's called Daddy. So basically it's this DJ's father who recites the words to some lyrics, and he has an accent, so it's kind of like supposed to be like, oh, a little hard, but it's not really that hard. So they recite the lyrics, and then if you know the lyrics, you call in and you tell them the artist and the song title, and you win some lottery tickets. So
how much? How many lottery tickets?
I mean, I won a little shum. I won like $100 worth of lottery tickets. So I'm hoping.
Oh, look at you!
Fingers crossed. Never know what could happen.
I'll be crossing my fingers as well. I might need a loan.
Look at you! Already plotting.
You got to scheme and dream, man. You got to scheme and dream.
Gosh.
That's what life is all about.
Yeah.
But I got a couple stories for you. It's time for Newsflash. So, if you haven't guessed, guys, the topic du jour is binge watching. Mm-hmm. We're going to talk a little bit about binge watching. Is it good for you? Is it bad for you? How long is it? You know, things that people might need to know about binge watching and their mental health. So the first story up. Experts warn Netflix may be partially responsible for an unexpected health problem. This is from Showbiz Cheat Sheet. Mm-hmm. And it's basically what's happened over the last couple of days. I read this story online about a clinic in the UK that's treating people for binge watching. Now, they've only gotten 3 patients so far. So, what kind of hootenanny is this? Like, you have 3 patients. This is not an epidemic.
Where did you say it was?
It's in the UK. It's a clinic in the UK. This guy named Adam, this doctor or psychotherapist named Adam Cock. He's treating 3 patients at his clinic for binge watching addiction. So this is not in the DSM-5, the Diagnostic Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders. It's not there.
It's a preview.
It's a preview. What might be coming in the next year or 2 or 10 if we keep up the way we've been keeping up. With all these
streaming services.
Honestly, and I discovered the history of Netflix. It started like a Columbia House situation, which was in my era. It was a DVD mail order service in the 90s.
Redbox.
Yeah, Redbox. So you didn't have to go out to get a video anymore. Mm-hmm. So that kiboshed Blockbuster completely.
Yeah.
Then I've always wondered what happened to Blockbuster, and now I know it was Netflix.
Down, yeah.
Late 2000s, Netflix started streaming. So now you don't even need to leave like your house or put the DVD in or any of that stuff. You just press a button, there it is.
Or wait for Sunday. Do you remember waiting for Sunday for a Disney movie to come on?
Nope.
8 o'clock,
No
9
Disney.
o'clock?
No waiting for Disney movies as of Disney Plus, which I think I'm going to get rid of, and I'll tell you why in a minute. Then in 2013 came the big move. Netflix became a production company as well as a streaming service. And when House of Cards dropped, Netflix dropped the entire season all at once. Then they programmed their app to play the next episode, thus binge watching began.
Oh, I didn't.
So it was
Netflix
Netflix that started binge watching.
Like, I didn't even notice the subtle changes to turn into binge watching. Because you did have to normally go and click on the next episode to watch the next one, or they'd ask you if you're still watching right away or whatever the case may be. So
now it's after 4 or 5 episodes last year. Are you still watching?
Okay.
Yeah. So this psychotherapist, Adam Koch, basically is stating that Netflix has caused this like surge in binge watching that's affecting 3 people.
Maybe
and
more.
You should hear how he speaks about it, though. Here's the quote. All 3 had fallen into a dangerous loop where they felt unable to switch off. They just had to watch the next episode and the one after that and the one after that and the one after that. A TV cliffhanger is a reward mechanism, like drinking or drugs. It releases dopamines that can be an issue for people who have other stressors and anxieties in their life.
Oh my gosh, that was you. So I'm definitely clinically whatever this is. After you, like my chest was tightening. Like I felt all type of emotions.
It was the end. It was the end. You weren't ready for it.
I need season 3 to come out already. So like
you weren't ready for it.
See?
You weren't ready for it. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about that feeling, that emotion that you're feeling. But yeah, that's apparently become problematic, that Netflix is a binge watching. And same thing as Hulu and websites. I haven't gotten Hulu yet, but I will probably get it.
Yeah.
I'll probably replace that with Disney Plus.
I don't know. I kind of want to try Hey You.
I want to try Hey You as well.
And there's a couple of other ones that have a lot of murder mysteries on it that I've seen on
She's
on
a
the
murder
gram.
mystery girl, guys. I mean, if I ever go missing,
Don't cross me.
Like, if I ever go missing, this is just look to your left, okay? I'm shaking my head towards her so she won't see that I'm doing it. But, if ever it comes up that I'm missing for 48 hours.
Any of my family members, my good friends, anything like that, like, you guys won't be missing for 24 hours. I'd find you. I'll find you in 14. I'll find you in 14.
Easily as she could kill, she could find.
Listen, I'm not saying I could kill, but I know I could find. So if I could do one, I might be able to do the other. That's all I'm saying.
Oh my gosh. So which TV shows were binge watched the most in 2019?
I can automatically guess one of them.
Which one?
Stranger Things.
Yes, it is.
There's so many.
That's
so
number
many
5
parodies for that. So
Showbiz. This is
5?
Showbiz cheat sheet. Number 5 was Stranger Things. Number 4 was Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Number 3, which I binge watched. I binge watched 2 of these shows this year.
Yeah,
I haven't touched Stranger Things yet. It doesn't seem like my vibe.
I've tried it. I've gotten into it a little bit.
It doesn't feel like I don't even know what it's really about, but I just don't like the name of it, really. Stranger Things than what? Like Stranger Than What?
Sci-fi. It's like a
yeah,
sci-fi.
see, I knew it wasn't for me. I knew it wasn't for me. So number 3, Grey's Anatomy. I know, oh gosh, you are all over this. You are all over this.
Don't talk to me about Grey's Anatomy. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. We're just not going to touch it. I binge watched that stuff. Like, I'm about to go back to season 1, episode 1.
Oh my god!
And there's like 14 seasons, if I'm not mistaken.
There's a lot of seasons.
There's 14 seasons. I'm so deep into it. I'm pretty sure. Like, I might have to Google it right now.
Google it,
but
girl.
I'm pretty sure it's 14 seasons, and I'm involved. Like, nobody could tell me nothing about Grey's Anatomy. Like, sometimes I feel like I missed my calling. I probably should have been a surgeon.
You probably should have been.
A surgeon.
There's actually a word for that in binge watching too. We'll get to it.
Oh my gosh.
That feeling.
I'm the biggest. Like, I have a problem. Every week I find out I have a new problem.
It's true.
Misdiagnosed.
I love that you're on this show now. Number 2 was Friends. You can let me know how many seasons Grey's Anatomy has in a minute. And number 1, Lucifer. Have you seen Lucifer?
No, but I heard it's very
so good. I love Lucifer. He's hot. He's British. Like, it's incredible. It's about heaven and hell and angels and the devil. And
There's 15 seasons.
15 seasons of Grey's Anatomy.
Yes.
How many are on Netflix? 14?
Honestly, I don't even watch it on Netflix, so I wouldn't even know.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So the runners-up. So Lucifer was a shocking number 1, but apparently it's super popular. Runners-up, number 6 was Game of Thrones. Number 7, Big Bang Theory. Number 8, Riverdale. Number 9, How I Met Your Mother. And number 10, Netflix Money Heist.
Oh, Money Heist is a good one. I haven't binged that one, but I've watched a couple episodes. So
What's it about?
Of those ones. It's like these people take over a bank, but it's how they do it is so like it's mind blowing. Like it's almost like I haven't watched deep into the episodes. It's in a different language as well. So, but those bank robbers are elite. That much I can tell you. Like I don't think they're gonna get caught. People who've watched it might be able, email us, let us know.
What do you think?
What do you think about it?
Do you think they're gonna get caught in Money Heist?
From what I saw, it didn't look like they were gonna get caught. They were gonna get that money.
Oh Lord. Mm-hmm. Anyways, moving on. So Disney Plus and HBO Max want to kill binge watching. Oh no. Why would you want to kill something like this?
How would they kill it when they what?
Okay, hold on. All
right, explain.
So
this to
Disney
me.
and HBO have demonstrated their business perks of releasing one episode at a time on their streaming service. So both strategies, binge watching and one episode at a time releasing, give viewers the freedom to watch a show when and how they want to. So by releasing one episode at a time, Disney and HBO gives customers a reason to subscribe over time. Whereas with Netflix, for example, you can get through an entire season in 2 days, sign up for a trial, watch your favorite shows for a week, and not subscribe.
Yeah, but more shows will come, so I don't like that whole being able to watch one episode at a time thing. Like,
You're
I might
a millennial,
as well.
Of course, you don't like it.
No, but it's like I might as well have TV then, because they're gonna throw commercials in there some way somehow. Even though they might be a little shorter than they used to be. When we were younger.
They're still going to release, like, basically, if there's 10 episodes already out, you can watch all 10 of those episodes. They're not restricting you from your watching. Mm-hmm. There's certain shows they have. I think Watchmen was one that was on HBO Max that they'll do weekly episodes like TV. So maybe it's like making people feel nostalgic again. Like,
yeah, I think.
Oh, I have to wait
Netflix
a week to watch an episode.
Netflix did that, I think, for like How to Get Away with Murder or something like that. Like when it was on TV.
The only ones Netflix does that with are the ones that are on TV. Yeah, that they can't just release the episodes all the way through. Mm-hmm. They did it for Jane the Virgin.
Jane the Virgin,
as well.
yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so those are the only ones.
Okay.
Yeah, and it also says that might work for Netflix, but Disney and HBO would rather get their customers, like if they did it the same way that they did Netflix, they'd only get through a couple of episodes. Like if they just went in, watched some episodes, like with Netflix, and go through the trial, they'd only get a couple episodes out of HBO and Disney Plus. Because they're releasing things one by one.
Yeah. So, but then people might be fed up with that and just go to Netflix. So
they're taking a risk.
Let's see. Yeah,
they're taking a risk because binge is the new way to watch.
It
like
is.
I can't say how bad it is for you, how good it is for you. I think everything in moderation, but binging is the new way to watch.
It's just because nobody could take the anxiety of waiting for a TV show anymore. Like,
no,
letting it end on such a shaky note, and then waiting a whole week to figure out what's happening next. Like.
But when you binge watch a show, like let's say you binge watch a season, you have to wait months now to see.
I binge watch in moderation. Like I might watch a show on TV like when it comes out, and then I'll wait like 3 weeks to watch it again, and I'll watch it online in between. So,
So next up, 5 things to do instead of binge watching Friends. So this story is from Riley Powell. She's a humor columnist. I just kind of like squished down what she was saying. Apparently Netflix removed Friends from their streaming site recently. HBO is picking it up in May. Guys who love Friends, don't worry about it. You'll be able to get it on HBO Max. So here's what she suggests to do till then. Clean your room. Not superficial cleaning, but a deep down dirty cleaning.
Since you can't binge, clean your room.
Clean your room. Go shopping. Indulge in some retail therapy. That's a great idea.
What?
Indulge in retail therapy.
You
Go
just
shopping.
like to shop.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you just like to
That's true.
shop. I have gift cards I haven't used for like a whole year.
Give them to me. I'll use
No.
them.
I'm going to use them. I just don't shop.
Watch a new show with. There's so many options out there. Your favorite series is could be at your fingertips. So, try a new show.
I always find new shows from like 5 years ago, 10 years ago.
Yeah,
All the shows that everyone binged years ago, I get to binge on now.
facts.
Honestly.
Play a game with your friends. So gather 5 of your closest friends and force them to play a board game with you.
Yeah. I did that one birthday.
Yeah, play a board game. That's what we did for my birthday just passed.
Oh, yeah. That was...
that was a funny
that
night.
mustache game was
The
lit.
mustache game was lit for sure. Get a haircut. New year, new you.
Wow.
Start the
really?
year off with a fresh new cut.
That takes all of like 30
You can find
minutes.
great ideas on Pinterest. Not the process of looking for the cut. That still has you on a screen though.
Yeah, exactly. So
That still has you on. So what is binge watching? What would you constitute as your binge watching?
like how I binge watch,
What is binge watching to you? What does it mean?
just watching episodes back to back to back to back to back, just sitting there and soaking up everything.
Okay, well, it's 2 to 3 episodes of the same show.
It's considered binge watching.
Yeah, back to back.
Oh well,
In one
so
sitting.
I'm extreme. I extreme binge.
Yeah, you're on the extreme side of
Yeah,
things.
I could watch like 5 episodes.
No.
Family Guy's on like instant stream, like multiple episodes back to back.
I know you love your Family Guy.
For sure.
So, a Netflix survey found that 61% of users regularly watch between 2 to 6 episodes of a show in one sitting, which is a lot.
Yeah. Depending on what you're watching, right?
Yeah, that's 6 episodes. That's a lot. I've done it.
Yeah.
Because a season is at least 8 to 13 episodes. Unless it's an older show, then it's like 21 episodes.
Yeah, I was supposed to say some of them are 21. Some
Yeah.
of them are 8. Yeah.
Yeah. What it does, apparently, it makes your brain continually produce dopamine, and your body experiences a drug-like high when you're watching.
I could see that. I could see that. I mean, we had commercials when we were younger. This was a reason
To calm our brains down.
It was just that in between, running.
Go to the bathroom, get a snack.
There's so many memes that I see that are like, these children will never know the seriousness of running in between a commercial, in between a show, like running to the bathroom and being like, you got to be in here for like 2 minutes because the show's coming back on.
Like a minute, 60 seconds.
Got to go in the kitchen and warm that stuff up for
You
like
got
literally
2
a minute.
minutes.
A minute to go up and down and a minute in the microwave.
It's true, but apparently your body doesn't discriminate against pleasure. It becomes addicted to activities just like it could be addicted to substances that constantly produce this dopamine.
That's true.
Yeah.
So basically they're trying to say binge watching is a drug.
Well, according to Dr. Koch, binge watching is an addiction. And it works like a drug, drugs or alcohol. It works in the same way in regards to the dopamine release, like that neurotransmitter. But it also can be a stress reliever because it can act as the steel door that blocks your brain from thinking about like the consistent and constant stresses that force themselves like into your thoughts.
So everyday life.
Everyday life, yeah.
So just like some people would read a book to escape everyday life, some people might binge watch.
Yeah.
That's fair.
But what about the effect it has on your sleep, though?
Yeah, people probably have an insomnia.
Yeah, it's a thing.
I wouldn't like to blame like some of my sleepless nights on binge watching, but it's possible.
Well, according to a 2007 study published in the Journal of Clinical Sleep, the avid binge watcher reports poor sleep quality, increased fatigue, and more insomnia symptoms.
Yeah. I could see that because like your mind's always on go. I remember when I was younger and I used to have the radio on 24/7, and like sometimes I'd hear it in my sleep.
Because you're not in your REM.
Yeah, like you're
not in your REM sleep.
Yeah, so that's like just like if you're watching TV and you have it binge watching and stuff like that, you might not sleep because you're actually watching something. Your mind's on go. It's registering what it's processing. You know what it's seeing.
Yeah, I was telling Al earlier what I started doing because I'm right now binging Grace and Frankie, and I started to just leave it on but turn my back to it.
That's still hearing it. That's like,
yeah, but I'm not getting affected by the blue light.
That's true.
The blue light that can affect your circadian rhythm and like your sleep patterns and how long you sleep for and when you fall asleep. Because I've been like I think binge watching could be dangerous when you're depressed too. Mm-hmm. Because I remember like just binging movies and binging TV shows. Like around this time, like maybe 3 or 4 years ago around this time, I'm not working. I have nothing better to do with my time. I'm experiencing some seasonal affective stuff. And so I would just, instead of, it replaced reading for me. Mm-hmm. Like when that became available to me, it replaced my reading is what I'd normally find my pleasure from. So I would just binge watch television shows, show after show after show on Let Me Watch This and all these different things before Grandma Judy got Netflix and gave me one of her accounts. I don't pay for Netflix at all. Yeah, so you know, I would look up and it would be daytime, and then I'd have to sleep during the day
to make up for
not sleeping all night, and like your eyes start to burn. And your head starts to hurt. Yeah. Like you're trying to fall asleep and it's like just a pounding in your head.
Yeah, because you're watching a screen for so long. It's just like when people, you know, at work have to be in front of computers for hours on end, like their eyes start to hurt and things like that. So, yeah, that's just a still screen. So
this is a moving screen.
Yeah.
There's another 2017 study at the University of Michigan. Researcher Jan van der Bulk and Lisa Exelman.
Don't butcher it now.
Jan, not Jean. Jan van der Bulk and Lisa Exelman. The question was, is binge watching worse than watching regular TV? So they surveyed 400 Facebook users ages 18 to 25. And the individuals were asked about streaming habits, how easily they fall asleep, and how well rested they feel after their sleep. People who binge watch, the finding story were that people who binge watch more than 2 episodes per night were more stimulated when falling asleep, almost twice as likely to feel worse suffering from insomnia and fatigue. So regular TV watchers didn't experience that. Like if you're watching just a regular TV and you're switching from channels to channel, because like we were saying before, there's breaks, right?
There's breaks in between. And honestly, the TV is crap now. Okay? There's like 1 night, 2 nights a week that probably have what people like to watch that are lit, like, which is mostly like a Monday and a Wednesday, possibly a Tuesday. Like nothing's on a Friday and all these other days.
Perfect binge watching days.
Yes, it's like it's just nothing.
But did you know that you can, I've discovered this in the research, you can switch off your autoplay function on Netflix. You can switch it off.
They wouldn't let you know that because they want you to just keep streaming.
They want you to keep streaming.
So in your settings, you can go in and you can take off your
autoplay.
So if any of you guys are listening out there and you'd want to take off your autoplay and you never knew it, now you do.
There you go.
You're probably still not going to because you're like, white noise.
It's all you got to get that white noise.
Sometimes you do.
73% of Americans binge watch.
73%
I would imagine.
Americans
I would imagine this is a similar number in Canada because there was another fact stated.
Like what?
About
where are the boomers? There's only 20. There's only 20. What 27?
They're dying.
20%?
They're dying. What did you hear? 70% of Americans binge watch. Even boomers might be binge watching. You don't know their habits.
That's true.
90% of millennials do it. And of the 38% do it at least once a week.
So wait, 98 millennial? What did you say?
90% of millennials binge
Wow.
watch. And of that, 38% do it at least once a week.
So what do the rest do it by?
Like maybe once every now and again. I don't know.
Oh, that's kind of.
But
that's kind of
38% do it once a week. That's a lot.
I do it more than once a week.
Well, you have a problem, B.
I do.
Like,
I do.
I make it a point to only binge watch on the weekends. I don't go on my Netflix unless it's weekends.
Like I won't sit down and watch a show that I've never watched before on binge. Like when I say I binge watch like every day, I mean like I turn, as I said before, a Family Guy on and just let it play like white noise. You know, I'll be doing things around the house, and when I, you know, if
You'll
I
be
just so
moving.
happen-
You'll be up and about.
And if I just so happen to just like stop in my room and be like, ha ha ha, you know, catch a joke or two, like so be it. That's still binge watching.
Still binge watching.
But
It's still. Netflix also did a study in 2017. 8.4 million subscribers binge race. And binge racing apparently is when you watch an entire season of a show within 24 hours of release. You've been binge racing.
What you didn't come out in 24 hours when I watched that? No, I didn't binge race. I was told that I'd really like this show, and I was like, okay, let's see if I'm really gonna like this show, and I really liked the show. Like I was, and the thing is, this is why people can't put me on shows that they know I'm gonna like, and there's multiple seasons, because if like. It's just I binge YouTube. My murder mystery things. I could have those things playing back to back. I could fall asleep, and it's in my ear playing like because they're new to me.
Yeah.
So if like it's only I'm not a binge racer.
But you're a binge watcher.
But I'm a binge watcher. Don't put me in these.
Biggest binge watchers in the world are in the U.S., Canada, and Denmark.
Oh wow.
Yes, this was also another Netflix fact.
Canada, the U.S., and Denmark?
And Denmark.
What
Denmark
happened?
surprises me. It's not that big. That means everybody's binge watching in Denmark.
Clearly.
Oh my gosh.
Must not be much to do. Sorry, Denmark, if anyone's listening from there.
Someone
Let us
is
know.
listening from Denmark.
Let us know what you guys do out
They
there. 'Cause
probably are
I can't
binge
believe
watching.
you guys just binge watch all day.
Oh my
Email
gosh.
us. Email us.
So there's actual terms. I was telling you earlier about things that you identify with.
Mm-hmm.
So we identify with what we see on TV in a plethora of ways.
Mm-hmm.
Wishful identification is the term given to you when you witness a world or environment that you wished you lived in yourself.
Oh, so with the Grey's Anatomy thing? When I'm
Yeah.
like,
I want to be a surgeon.
I want to be a surgeon.
Yeah.
I think I could do it.
Yeah.
Let someone get like a huge gash in front of me, though. I'd probably pass out. Probably have a conniption.
Probably. Parasocial identification, when we experience a one-way relationship with characters we see on TV and start to feel the same feelings towards them as we would our friends. I think this is weird. I don't know if I identify with this.
So like a character, like if you watch a show and you become
Like
so
Kimmy,
immersed.
like Kimmy, the unsinkable Kimmy Schmidt, that one, Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Oh, and I have never watched that show.
You never watched that one? That's
No.
a good one. I like that one.
So like when there's like a main character and you become
Yeah,
so
and
relatable to like your friend.
Yeah.
Like you talk about them. So like when Grandma used to talk about
About
young
Victor Newman and Nikki, yeah, like that. Except for people like us.
I don't think the only person that I would be like, yo, I feel a way about right now is the guy from You.
Oh my god.
What's
You
his
and this
name?
you.
What's his name? Joe. Like I actually when I was watching the show, I was like, Joe's just misunderstood. Like I don't know what's going on with Joe, but like he's been through some things, and you just kept seeing all these things, and you're like, poor Joe.
Oh my gosh.
Like,
Poor Joe.
poor little
He's
Tink.
evil, but poor little Tink Tink. Perceived similarity is possibly the most powerful of the identifications, where events are similar to what you know, so you empathize with the characters and the events playing out. So, like a life circumstance that's similar to your own,
Mm-hmm.
you feel empathy towards the situation and the events playing out.
I don't think I've watched a show just yet that has anything to make me feel such things.
I'm single in the city, so there are a lot of shows that relate to being single in the city.
Bravo. There's not a lot of shows that relate to a single mom with 2 children.
Oh, Working Moms does, I think. I think she has 2 kids in that one.
Is it on Netflix?
Yes, it is.
Oh, never watched it.
Yes, it is.
No, I might have to. Actually, I've seen a couple memes and stuff on Instagram about how it is. It looks kind of funny, so maybe I will watch it. See, now if I like it, blame you. But I'm gonna blame you on the downfall of my mental health if I go now and watch Working Moms and I go binge that show because it's probably 3 seasons deep.
Probably at least 3 or 4.
Yeah, see? Feel proud of yourself.
So, what do you think about binge watching being healthy if your favorite character is also a personal role model to you? Like Oprah.
No,
Like
I
binge
think
watching, just a bunch of episodes of Oprah.
I don't think no, I don't think it's healthy because then you become, I don't want to say psychotic, but then you lose touch with reality. Like Oprah's not your friend. Like you can't call Oprah up and talk to Oprah about your life just because you watch her, like we're just saying, like if you were to binge watch Oprah.
I've written a letter to Oprah.
Did she reply?
I didn't send it. I just wrote it. I've been revising it for years and years.
So ridiculous.
I'm waiting to send it.
So ridiculous.
I also have one to Ellen. Hey, Ellen. Hey, Oprah. If you're not listening, you will be.
Always, always.
Of course. Why not? Who knows? It could be true. So when we disconnect from humans, and this is a psychologist story, Judy Rosenberg said this. When we disconnect from humans and overconnect to TV at the cost of human connection, eventually we will starve to death emotionally.
Yes.
That's just what you were saying just now.
Yeah, so you lose touch with reality. Like, how could you be cooped up in a house, not interacting with people? Imagine people that have babies like myself that are just cooped up in the house and don't do anything and don't have any
you're isolated.
human interaction. Yeah, that's self-isolation.
Yeah, it's isolate. So you're going through insomnia. You're having sleep troubles. You're isolated. It's also been related to increase in stress, depression, and anxiety.
Yeah.
Because what do you do when the binging is over?
Yeah, your anxiety is gonna be high. You're gonna be waiting for that next
Hit of
episode.
dopamine.
Yeah, that next episode, that next excitement, adrenaline.
Well,
And you're going to try and find another show to make up for that time. And there's never going to be another show that makes up for the show you're waiting for. It just always happens that way.
and there is a possibility of situational depression as well, because basically you're not getting that dopamine anymore in your system.
Yeah.
So your body's craving
It, yeah.
And your brain was so stimulated, and now it's just of that show. It's flatline. It's empty, right? So that plus a sense of a deep sense of loss, which people will feel at the end of these shows. I mean, I felt it myself. I'm like, when at the end of
How to Get Away with Murder used to do it to me every time, and that's why I had to stop.
No, I couldn't do that with How to Get Away with Murder.
I had to stop.
What was it? What was I going to say? What's the show called? Jane the Virgin. Yeah, when Jane the Virgin ended, I felt like my life was ending. Like the whole series, nothing's coming back. Like it's not going to be a Jane the Virgin 2. Like it's just.
Oh, is it done now?
It's done. 100 episodes. That was 100 chapters.
Wow.
It's done. It's on Netflix.
I was going to say when her husband died, it was detrimental for me, and I just stopped watching, and then I started binging again. I'm not done it, so I didn't know that it was done. Don't tell me how it ends.
I won't. So it has a happy ending.
Oh, okay.
That's all I have to say.
Thank you.
No, so it's causing stress, it's causing depression, it's causing anxiety, it's causing lack of sleep, insomnia. Like there's so many. There's some positives, of course.
But there's so many
positive things like stress relief and even social interaction. Like we're sitting here having conversations about shows that we've watched, that we've both watched. So we're interacting socially, but it's like everything in degrees.
Yeah.
Like everything in its own place, in its own time, to its own degree. I think is how binge watching should be looked at. I think it could be done for pleasure. I think it could be done to relieve stress, but it could also be detrimental to your mental and even physical health.
Just done in portions. It just has to be, you have to do it so you're not abusing it. Don't use it and don't abuse it.
Yeah. I read somewhere, it's the being sedentary. So like sitting still for that long period of time, it can cause something called metabolic syndrome, which increases your risk of heart disease, stroke, and type 2 diabetes. Because you're also not eating healthy when you're doing this stuff. Like, nobody's taking time to cut up carrots when they're watching Stranger Things. Like,
listen, I might be making some breakfast when I'm binge watching a little murder mystery show or something. So, like, you never know. Anything is anything.
Yeah, but
we're talking about the people that are like this is bad for couch potatoes. Remember the couch potatoes?
Yeah, the couch potato. It's increased in obesity and all of that. So, I don't know. I'm not saying, I can't say whether or not it's good for you or whether or not it's bad for you. I know I do it.
To each its own.
To each its own. It staves away the loneliness sometimes, really. Just have some background noise in my apartment. So that's why I put it on.
Everybody just got to know their limits and stay within it, okay? That's all it is. So,
what are some things people could do to curb their binge watching?
Get a hobby. Like, get a hobby.
Needlework. Needlework.
Some crochet
cross-stitching.
Cross-stitch.
Some cross-stitching, yeah.
Like crossword, Sudoku.
Yeah.
Pick up a book.
Search word, anything.
Search word.
Search word is what I call it. Word search or search word.
Oh my gosh.
Move around when you're binge watching. So take breaks every half an hour and just move around the house.
Play it on loud.
Take a walk.
If you're by yourself, you don't got no kids and you just home, just play it on loud and do what else you need to do. Like fold some laundry and cook some food and
be productive while you're doing the binging.
Because you know what makes it even more fun when you're binge watching? When you don't catch everything and you go back and watch the episode and catch it like after. Like I love those. Maybe it's just because maybe it's just because I watch my little murder mysteries and stuff. But it's so satisfying when I think I watched a whole episode and then I go back and I'm like, oh, I missed that, and then everything comes together. So. That's just me, though.
According to the research, it's not great for you. It's not great.
Like
for you.
we're not gonna
sugarcoat the situation. It's not great for you. It's not great for your mental health, especially the part. I think for me, it's the depression and the anxiety that it can cause. I think I probably would have gotten out of my depression a lot quicker if I didn't have binge watching to fall back on. So many years ago, and I think I've placed limits on my binge watching now, but I could see, like, I binge watched this weekend. Like, I binge watched this weekend. I was avoiding, that's another thing, like, you're avoiding the stressors in your life, so I had a lot of things going on, I just didn't want to take care of any of them, so I was like, I just watched some Grace and Frankie. It was, like, my last option show, too, and I ended up really liking it. Like... Yeah, so I watched some Grace and Frankie. But watching with friends is also a really good idea. So you're not doing it alone, like a watch party, exactly. So you're not in isolation all the time. That could be really good for you. And just like putting a timer on your TV to shut it down. Or on your computer. At a certain time, just like you have a do not disturb on your phone. But another one, we had mentioned it earlier, you can go into your Netflix settings and turn off autoplay. So you have to deliberately start the next episode. It's not just something that you just fall into and then you turn your face and it's daytime, like I was saying. So those are some of the suggestions. Like I said, final thoughts. I don't know if binge watching is good for you or bad for you. I know the studies are saying that it's not good for you, but I know it's something that I still do, and I think everything in moderation. I think that is key. Everything in moderation. It has its benefits, both socially as well as, psychologically in regards to the stress relieving, but everything in moderation. That's probably going to be my final word on that.
I was just going to say, like, maybe what's good for some is not good for all. But
yeah,
it just depends on the type of person you are. Like, if you know you have an addictive personality and you might carry on at a rate that you're binge watching, you're not eating and you're not doing the things that you need to do, you know, self-care, not taking care of yourself, then you need to take a step back. But if you do it showering. Not showering, like things like that, like maybe you need to take a step back and, you know, get back in touch with reality. But there's some people that, you know, can binge watch in moderation for entertainment. Mm-hmm. And to those, you know,
it's just like drugs and alcohol.
Yeah, like
some people can take it, some people can't.
Know your limits. Just know your limits. And yeah, I mean, because listen, I'm not going to stop binging. I'm
not. This episode didn't make me want to stop binging either. I'm not saying that I will.
I'm not abusing, cussing, telling nobody to stop watching any type of streaming service. I'm not telling you what to do.
That's not my job. But all I'm saying is the studies are showing that it's having some negative effects on people's, you know, mental and physical health. Everything does a little bit, but so you might want to just watch your viewing, watch your watching, just watch your intake. Watch your intake.
Just
exactly.
watchy.
Yeah, watch your intake. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, but let us know what you're binge watching right now, listeners.
Let us know if it has your anxiety high or if it's just like, meh.
Let us know if you're losing sleep over it. I'm just curious. I just really want to know what people are watching so that I know what to watch after Grace and Frankie's done.
Because I know I'm not the only one that's having high anxiety, stress anxiety over you. I'm just saying.
Anyone who can relate to this whole you situation with Bianca,
why
please.
Are you acting like you?
Listen, I got over it though. I watched it. I watched the first season like a healthy person.
Because
I watched it. I binged the second season and then I moved on with my life.
I'm about to hit it round 2. You know, I'm about to go back and watch season 1 again and number 2 again, just to make sure. Like I told you, like I didn't miss anything, because when that season 3 hit though, it's like. You know what probably set off, just to close too, you know what probably set off my binging? It was Orange is the New Black. That's probably when Netflix started the whole real binging, because that was the first show to come out, like you had all the episodes. Mm-hmm. But they're saying it was House of Cards, but I feel like
House of Cards 2013, House of Cards.
Well, Orange is the New Black was the next one, so
yeah.
Regardless.
Anyways, hit us up. Tell them how they can reach us.
So you guys can get a hold of us at dysh at daintydysh.com. So that's DYSH at DAINTYDYSH.com. And if you're listening to us on Apple Podcasts,
give us 5.
And if you're listening to us on any other streaming service, thank you very much. Like, share, subscribe. If you want to get in contact with us on social media, my social media handle is thatmuvabadxo. So that's THATMUVABADXO. And if you want to get in touch with Onika, it's
Best of Onika. That's BESTOFONIKA.
All right, and that is that, eh? That is
all
the
right.
Show of the day.
Thank you, B.
You do it.
No, it's not the show. That has been the dish of the day.
See, there you go.
That has been the dish of the day, y'all. I hope y'all have yourselves a very, very, very happy hump day.